A very pleasant good evening from here in Pune. This is Sahil Malhotra joining you from right outside the MCA Stadium where India will take on Bangladesh in what would be their fourth match of the World Cup. Having won first three games rather in comprehensive fashion, the men in blue would look to continue with the winning streak and inch closer to that semi-final spot. So India had an evening session today. They trained under lights and it is definitely a very pleasant evening considering where we were for the first three games. It was very hot and humid in Chennai. Again, heat followed in Delhi and it was similar in Ahmedabad too. But the conditions could bring some respite to the men in blue who have been on the road since that first game in Chennai on October 5. So let me bring you a lowdown of the net session of what happened today, who all were there, who did what and what kind of session it was. So first of all, it was a break from the usual net session because Team India got some space finally near the square, and it was an open net range hitting session. So right when the session started, there was a request from the Indian cricket team to kind of vacate the long on and long off, vacate the stands right behind the long on and long off region, because plenty of balls, as we saw like for the next couple of hours, did land there because men in blue were in bang bang mode today. It all started with Virat Kohli in that corner net, which actually turned out to be the assault net, because whoever would go on to bat in that net would get some crazy energy and would continue to just go long and big. So it started with Virat Kohli, who was the first few entrant in the nets today, and he was joined by Shubman Gill and Rohit Sharma. These were the first three players who were batting side by side, facing a lot of side armers, a lot of throwdown specialists. Ravichandran Ashwin was there to bowl the off spinners, and then Mohammad Siraj, Mohammad Shami and Jasprit Bumrah were bowling in tandem, and it wasn't just a normal session for them. They were bowling full tilt, looking very good, recharged, refreshed. So Team India reached Pune yesterday, but it was an off day for them, so they were chilling in the team hotel. But now they are back to preparation mode because they'll be taking Bangladesh day after tomorrow. So tomorrow is likely to be a slightly cooler session for them, with just a few players expected to turn up. But today it was a full house. Everyone from the likes of Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, Hardik Pandya, KL Rahul, Shreyas Iyer, Suryakumar Yadav, Ravindra Jadeja, Kuldeep Yadav, the pace battery of Mohammad Siraj, Mohammad Shami, Jasprit Bumrah, Shardul Thakur. Everyone was in attendance, and it seemed like a very intense session. The notification which we received was that it is going to be an optional practice session, but by no means this looked like optional. The intensity was right up there, and the boys out there were certainly having some fun, because for these players, having been in those net areas like they were in Delhi, caged kind of structure, similarly in Ahmedabad and then Chennai too. They don't really get that space, just to kind of go bang bang big, and just ask any player for them to get into that one day and white ball hitting mode. They would take this batting and hitting around the square any day, and that is what they did today. So Virat Kohli started proceedings by facing some throwdowns in the cornermost net, and by the time he got his eye in towards the last 10-15 minutes of his session, he just went bang bang. He completely went bang bang, was launching spinners, the net bowlers into the stands, and looked very comfortable. And I would say, I have been reporting about that Virat has looked kind of scratchy to me in the nets so far. He didn't come out for a training session in Delhi, but whatever I saw of him in Chennai and Ahmedabad, he looked pretty scratchy. He was not able to kind of, that sound of Virat's bat was missing, but I could hear that music again today. Maybe he has figured out the right bat for the game now. So fingers crossed for Virat. And Rohit again. Rohit was back to Rohit business. He had a good hit in the middle, and he was batting alongside Shubman Gill, and both of them kind of exited the net at the same time. And the moment their session ended, it was another Rohit Sharma masterclass, and this time it wasn't Shreyas Iyer on the receiving end, but Shubman Gill, who kind of was all ears when the captain was talking. They were talking about the shoulder position and how not letting the left shoulder drop, which is critical to hold position when you're going for big hits straight down the ground. That is what Rohit seemed to be telling Shubman Gill, and he was all ears. He kind of did shadow going straight and big when Rohit was talking. So both had a break. Virat too had a break after the first hit, which lasted nearly 30 minutes, and they were back at it after 30 minutes. And Rohit wasn't back at it with the bat, but Rohit had a different avatar. In the assault net, he went there, he had a ball in his hand, a cap on his head, and he was bowling. He's not too much of a bowler, as we have seen now, that he doesn't really like to bowl now, but he was rolling his arm over to Hardik Pandya, and Hardik Pandya gave no respect to his captain. He launched him straight, he launched him on the leg side, and Rohit was done after that. So some gentle offies later, Rohit was done, and Hardik kept on assaulting. Hardik looked in phenomenal touch today. He was middling probably every ball he faced today, and no matter which strip he played on, his confidence and the way he was middling the ball, I think that was very, very heartening to see. He hasn't had that much of a hit in the World Cup so far, and India would hope that it continues to be this way. But Hardik is certainly not short on touch and confidence the way he was batting. And when it comes to bowling too, he started with a shorter run up, was gently sending down his seam ups, but the moment he grew deeper into the session, he picked rhythm and bowled really well. And the more I say about Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Siraj, it would be less, because Bumrah was kind of unplayable today. The way he was moving the ball off the surface and the angles which he was creating, that was a typical kind of mirror image of what he does in the match. So that was similar intensity, and Rohit and both Shubman Gill decided to pay respect to India's premier fast bowler, so they played him on a cautious note today. But all in all, it was a very good session for the Indian cricket team. KL Rahul didn't bat for that long because it was a conditioning day for him, rightly so, because he has been keeping under the heat, under the unforgiving sun for 3 long days now. 3 matches he has been keeping non-stop, and in that game against Australia in Chennai, so he hardly got a cool down period because India were 2 for 3, and he just was out of the shower and straight into the middle again. So it has been a long period of play for KL Rahul under the sun. So he was receiving some treatment on his back, probably releasing his back muscles, because lot of hard work does go in for a wicket keeper. Under the sun, under the helmet, the heat kind of doubles up. So KL Rahul was looking after his body today, and the moment he was done, he was in the nets. He was timing the ball sweetly. But lastly, I would like to mention about Shardul Thakur, who met on song Hardik Pandya, and Hardik Pandya would have demoralized Shardul like there's no tomorrow, because he went after Shardul and he one hit was like over 100 meters from the defensive net, I would say, not the assault net, where Hardik just went straight and went very big. The ball was dispatched way back into the straight stand, right next to the side screen. So Hardik looked in good touch, phenomenal touch. Ishan Kishan too did have a hit with the bat. Shreyas Iyer was also batting, looked good. Shubman Gill again, a longish session for him, 2 sessions 30 minutes apart, and then he also had slip catching and some throws with the fielding coach behind the main net. So we could see Shubman Gill back in the slips now, because that has been his preferred position now. He's developing into a very good slip fielder for the Indian cricket team, but they decided to give him a rest because he was coming back from a long layoff due to sickness. He was down with dengue, missed India's first couple of games, but was back against Pakistan. Looked beautiful touch for the runs he scored, but I think it was unfortunate that ball went straight to the fielder, that Shine Afridi delivery. He looked in good touch today, and he has been batting well. He was fielding well today. Body wise, I think there doesn't seem to be any trouble as far as Shubman Gill is concerned, and bowlers too, everyone is looking in good touch, good rhythm, I think good preparation, and Indian team would be really happy to have this net session after a really long time, because as I said, no player wants to be in that zone where you are batting inside a cage. You just can't get value for your shots or not realize how far the ball has gone. But the moment the ball was just thudding into the seats of the stands, I think that was music to these players too. And we'll bring you more from Pune. I am still here. I'll cover the game India versus Bangladesh. Tomorrow is the media interaction day where one of the members of the player of the team or the support staff from both teams will kind of address the media before we actually move to game time, which is day after tomorrow. So fingers crossed, hoping that India make it 4 out of 4 and extend their winning streak and put themselves very close to the semi-final spot. So you keep watching Cricket Next and subscribe to all our social media handles. Hit the bell icon so that you stay notified and updated about our latest videos. Follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, like all our social media handles, share our reels as much as you can, because we'll make sure that you don't miss a ball. So keep watching. This is Sahil Malhotra signing off for now.